The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program, and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
So I'd like to welcome you all to Sandywoods Showcase Open Mic Tuesday. All right, please welcome our feature performer this evening, a good friend of everybody's that's here, Barney Johnson.
This is called Wonderful Impossibility. Why not ask me what it is you hope to see? You take a sip of your coffee and you stare through me. Are you a bit surprised at how you've come to feel, and not quite sure if this is real? Just make sure you look far enough to find you are in my heart, always on my mind. I would rather dream of what a life with you might bring than chase each new and shiny thing. But how can I make you see this wonderful impossibility that is you and me, always was meant to be. So round and round and go, we share this ebb and flow with all we can know. But from what I see, a big mistake would be not joining in this dance while we have the chance. So let's dance. Is that a smile I see playing in your eyes? I hope it means that finally you realize I've done all I can, been all that I could be, for you to find your faith in me. But how can I make you see this wonderful impossibility that is you and me, always was meant to be. Oh, it always was meant to be. Inside of me. hurry then. It's funny how I used to care. I wish that time stood still. I know it can't and never will. So I keep it here inside of me, here inside of me. Sometimes I get so far from home, way out here on my own. Going to such crazy lengths has filled me with a special strength. And I keep it here inside of me, here inside of me. Looking down the road, I see a shadow grow larger as it launches into me. Whatever form it takes, I'll bend but I won't break. Got no apologies until the day they tell me I'm free. I'm headed to my quiet place. It's where I find amazing grace. When darkness comes to hold me near, I'll stand without a trace of fear. 'Cause I keep it here inside of me, here inside of me. See a shadow grow larger as it launches into me. Whatever form it takes, I'll bend but I won't break. Got no apologies until the day they tell me I'm free. Hurry then. It's funny how I used to care. I wish that time stood still. I know it can't and never will. So I keep it here inside of me, here inside of me. I keep it here inside of me, here inside of me. I pray it's inside of me, here inside of me. This is called Long Goodbye. Such a twisted ending to this plot. Something so sure, night follows day, can come apart with nothing left to say. When I try to ask you why, a frozen stare will fill your eyes. You see we're living here within our long goodbye. Just yesterday, I was complete. I felt the earth beneath my feet. My pieces all fit. Now some are lost into this raging sea. They have been tossed, and as I helpless carelessly drift by. I'm still trying to deny that we are living here within a long goodbye. You showed me all the ways I could change till I was no longer me, and that was very strange. You're sure that there's a better life for you? Are you kidding me? After all that we've been through, you don't want to talk, won't answer your phone. You tell me you just want to be alone. Maybe it's best if you didn't stay, as if my life with you would fade away. So we live a quiet life, pretend our broken love's alive, for as long as it takes within a long goodbye. You wonder what it is that holds you here. Is it complacency or some kind of fear? For once this life we've known is falling through. What am I gonna do? How will I ever get my cue from you? Hey, I felt some fear, I felt some rage, but now I feel it's time to turn that page. Ready to roll, I'm ready to move. I know that I got something left to prove. Sometimes no matter how you try, there comes a time to fall or fly. I won't be looking out as I leave a long goodbye. You won't catch me looking down as I leave a long Well, I woke up kinda hungry, so I got me a box, Mama Leone. I threw it in the microwave and sat down to watch Mama Leone. 3 minutes, 30 seconds later, I see the cheese start to bubble at me. Don't need a plate, I slurp it off of the tray. Now I'm ready to begin my day. Mama Leone, Mama Leone, Mama, Mama. Well, Mama and me, we go way, way back. Mama Leone. Yeah, before they figured out what caused a heart attack. Mama Leone. I see a heaping helping on my plate. A family dinner always tasted great. Then it was easy, cheap, fast, and fun. And great for when I had to eat and run. Mama Leone, Mama, Mama. But now I'm hearing about an attitude. The scientific world hates That's my processed food, and this is really rude, but they say it can addict me like a drug I might abuse. Well, I can't be true, 'cause I can quit anytime I choose. I can quit anytime I choose. But there's something going on I haven't figured out. Mama Leone. Yeah, my mama drive me crazy, but I got my doubts. Mama Leone. She fills me with a mighty energy. It kind of puts a little spell on me. But then I'm empty down to my core. How can she always leave me wanting more? More Leone, please. There might be something to this attitude. There might be something really wrong with my processed food. Sad but true, you know, if it can addict me like a drug I might abuse. That's some scary news, as I might be time to choose. So, you know, it might be time to choose. Well, I've always let the flavor be my only guide, Mama Leone. But now I'm gonna check the box to find out what is inside. Leone. I see a lot of words I can't pronounce. Salt and sugar listed by the ounce. Cholesterol and the calories. Half of this is twice as much as I need. But I need you, Mama. Walk that door. I'm headed to the store. I'm gonna get some more. Don't even know what for. You're gonna see my face up in that freezer case. That's my happy place, where I get my taste. Oh, that Mama Leone. Oh, Mama Leone. Oh, Mama Leone. Oh, Mama Leone. This one's for you, bud. I hope it tells the truth. It's called We Roll On. The exit for the airport's 90 miles away. The guy who sits behind me takes his 19th call today. It's his office with reminders of his daughter's first birthday. We roll on. My office is this town car I've had for 7 years. Sometimes it seems to know the way, don't even have to steer. And never a faithful partner in a million-mile career. We roll on. And all I need to know is when to leave and to arrive. I sit up front invisible, silently I drive. Though I'm rarely lonely, I'm frequently alone. The longest drive we'll take today is the one who gets us home. We roll on. We roll on. I drive newlyweds to honeymoons, the innocence they bring. Together they shall now go forth to face most anything. A promise that's reflected in their shiny brand new rings. We roll on. As to sleep, thinking of the promises that I've sworn to keep. Tomorrow I will change the oil, polish all the chrome, and now we need to finish up the drive gets us home. We roll on, we roll on. My limo is the third one parked in a long black line. I hold the door while family helps the widow get inside. She's sitting in the same place as yesterday's new bride. We roll on. Tonight I'll pass through neighborhoods of houses fast asleep, thinking of the promises that I've sworn to keep. Tomorrow I will change the oil and polish all the chrome, and now we need to finish up the drive gets us home. We roll on, we roll on, we roll on, we roll on and on. This is called Eddie the Puker. Well, Eddie the Puker, why's your face so green? Eddie the Puker, a hypogastrointestinal hurling machine. It was such a long, long time ago when I saw Eddie putting on his very first show. He went twice through the school lunch line, and then he went and spun himself around a bunch of times. His stomach gave a twitch, and he found his niche. In college, Eddie had himself a ball. Seems he had this propensity for big-time alcohol. Well, his frat brothers would all cheer, and they'd hand their man another bucket of beer. Far and wide he was known for calling Ralph on that big white telephone. I sing it, Eddie, Eddie the Puker, why's your face so green? Well, Eddie, Eddie the Puker, a hypogastrointestinal hurling machine. I bet you think you are still one real cool guy, avoided like the plague, but you don't have one clue why. I bet you think all your friends love to be abused, but still you heave your best believing there ain't one of us who is amused. Eddie, I'm your sole remaining friend, and even I won't stick with you till the bitter end. For even though I feel your pain, I ain't never gonna clean my carpet stains. Eddie, can't you see? You're standing way too close roasting me. Eddie, Eddie the puker, why's your face so green? Well, Eddie, Eddie the puker, I hop on gastrointestinal hurling machine. Eddie, Eddie the puker, why's your face so green? Eddie, Eddie the puker, a hypogastrointestinal hurling machine. Getting high and heaving is your party and thing. A hypogastrointestinal hurling machine. This is called Never Found Our Way. You won't look at me when you start the lie. You know that I will see the truth that's in your eyes. When morning comes and the darkness dies, I remember when you bought this dress, how it moved with you under my caress. Oh, that night I asked, and you said yes. And it was you, and it was me. But there was always something in between. Could have been love, it might have been great. We just never found our way before it was too late. I know these kitchen walls, they've heard it all before. They know your sweet goodbye becomes a slamming door, taking all you need, always needing more. And it was you, and it wasn't me, but there was always something in between. It should have been love, it could have been great. We just never found our way before it was too late. You tell such pretty lies of how we'll never end, but no more alibis can make me pretend. I'll start my truck and drive till I can feel again. And it was you, but it wasn't me. But there was always something in between. It could have been love, it should have been great. We just never found our way before it was too late. too late. Before it was too pirates. We're pirates. We're pirates. We love to laugh. We love to play. We sing and dance most every day. We sail to lands so far away. We visit there, we do not stay, because we're pirates. We're pirates. Are pirates. We have no home, no family, just burning sun, an empty sea. The storms are huge, our boat is weak. There's nowhere else we wanna be, because we're pirates. We're pirates. Are pirates. With bigger guns, we'll put an end to all our fun. We'll disappear beneath the waves. Without a chance, our souls are saved. But though that day be near, we sail without a trace of fear. Do what we were born to do, stealing all we can from you. Human beings, but we're the dregs, with hooks for hands and pegs for legs. We see the world through one good eye. Give us your gold, or we'll make you cry. We're real bad guys. Pirates. We're pirates. 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 We're pirates. Pirates.
for a destination. Realized quickly when I knew that I should, that this world was made of a brotherhood of man, for whatever that means. And so I cry sometime when I'm lying in bed, just to get it all out, what's in my head, and I'm feeling just a little peculiar. So I wake in the morning and I step outside, take a deep breath, get real high, and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, hey, hey, I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, hey, I said, hey, what's going on?
Please welcome Sandy Pliskin to the Sandywoods stage.
In the heat of the summer, when the pavements were burning, the soul of the city was ravaged in the night. After the city sun was sinking, folks disagree about how it started, why the windows were shattered, but deep in the dark, someone set a spark, and then it no longer mattered. Drunk with the memory of repression, drunk with the lore of rebellion, and the memory of the uniforms shoving with their sticks, asking, Are you looking for trouble? No, 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 moaned the mayor. That's not the way of the order. Stay in your homes. Please leave us alone. We'll be glad to talk in the morning. For shame, wrote the papers. Why the frenzied reaction? Now the rebels resting on your broken streets, so you see what your rage has unraveled. And when the fury was over, shame was replacing the anger. So wrong, but we've been down so long, and we had to make somebody listen. In the heat of the summer, we're all gonna die. That's the one thing I'm sure of. Life's a mortal disease that there ain't no known cure of. We got a terminal diagnosis. No one's ever survived it. There's a fatal prognosis for these lives we're provided. Some say there's a heaven way up in the sky. Oh, we're sent down below to be boiled or fried. So far none of these claims have been confirmed or denied. Perhaps we'll see if we reach another side, 'cause we're all gonna die. I asked God to tell me why. Figured it was worth a try. I never got no reply. So whether you're a fool or really quite clever, don't be thinking you can live forever. Unlike pie, there's an end to it all. We're all going down when that grim reaper calls. We're all gonna die. So as long as I'm able, I'll keep bringing my best when I come to the table. 'Cause until that day comes, there's a life to be living, never knowing for certain how much time we've been given. You can reach for the stars or keep your feet on the ground. There's room for the mundane as well as the profound. You can give up the fight or continue on trying. There's still some time to fill before we end up dying. There's no label on us listing date of expiration. Spell it out the length of our life's duration. So maybe make the best of your situation. Our lives are a gift, a generous donation. Everyone you meet has a fatal affliction, so even if they're causing you some kind of friction, maybe treat them with kindness on account of their condition. Every human is fragile, hurting and scared, so cut them some slack and handle them with care. I'm glad for it all. I have no regrets. There's been times I was happy, times when I was upset. After I'm gone, please don't forget the good times that we've had since that first day we met. So whether you're Hitler or Abraham Lincoln, the same fate awaits, and that's got me to thinking. Our lives might end while our eyes are blinking. So lift a glass for us all. If tonight you were drinking, yes, the mighty will fall, as will all the others. But the mighty might go first. If I had my druthers, we're all gonna die. That's the one thing I'm sure of. Life's a mortal disease that there ain't no known cure of. We got a terminal diagnosis. No one's ever survived it. There's a fatal prognosis for that life we're provided. Enjoy this life that you've been provided.
Welcome Tom to the Sandywoods stage.
Peggy with a wooden leggy. Peggy, don't you know your wrongs from rights? Peggy with a wooden leggy. Did no one say you had termites? Well, if your leg were so fat, I'd use it for my baseball bat. Peggy with the wooden leggy, you're the gal for me. Then there was Rosie with the wooden nosy. Can't you smell the hot grease in my hair? Rosie with the wooden nosy. Ain't never seen a beak like that nowhere. Well, you almost thought you had a fella till you found out about your smeller. Rosie with the wooden nosy, you're the gal for me. Betty with the wooden heady. What's that ugly thing between your ears? Betty with the wooden heady. I seen you to head some grizzly bears. Well, I'd kiss you, Betty, if I could, but I'm allergic to that wood. Betty with the wooden heady, you're the gal for me. The next girl, she was almost perfect. She had one little thing wrong. Mabel with the wooden navel. Don't you know that Mabel's gonna rock? Mabel with the wooden navel. Your belly button's just wrong kind of knot. Well, it always falls out when you dance. My advice to you, try to keep it in your pants. Mabel with a wooden navel. You're the girl, yeah, you're the girl for me. It's an instrumental. I'm joking. The red one is for allergies, the blue one that's for sleep. The green one's for psychosis, or was it tendinosis? I don't know. Taped up to me, just doctor's orders and the man on TV. The yellow one's for prostate. The orange one's for gout. I got so many white ones that I just can't figure out. I don't know. Tain't up to me. Just listen to my doctor and the drug companies. Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of singing the blues. Lots of money going down, that's for sure. There's a whole lot of treatment, but rarely a cure. A whole lot of treatment, but rarely a cure. Ooh, the pink one has a coat. The The brown one, it's for free, providing your insurance is up to date and you don't go overseas. I wouldn't know, travel ain't for me. But my doctor's on an all-expense paid luxury vacation thanks to some health care company. Spotted ones for enhanced memory, I think. The striped ones for inflammation, or is it frequent nighttime urination? I don't know. Tain't up to me. I just trust my doctors and those loving, caring, passionate billionaire tycoons in the $1.7 billion, trillion dollar pharmaceutical industry.
Oh, welcome Henry Gazdik to the stage.
They're trying to behind a popular song. I deal in dreamers and telephone screamers. Lately I wonder what I'd do it for if I had my way. I just walk through those doors and wander down the Champs-Elysees, going cafe to cabaret, thinking how I feel when I find that very good friend of mine. 'Cause I was a free man in Paris, I felt unfettered and alive. No one was calling me up for favors, and no one's future to decide. You know I go back there tomorrow, but for the work I've taken on, stuck in the star maker machinery behind the popular song.
Welcome Dave Fontaine to sing this.
nothing to do on this rainy Sunday afternoon. Rain's coming down, clouds of misery are all around. Clouds in the way, it's been like this lasting all day. I'm sitting here waiting, anticipating, waiting for you to come home to me. Time slows down on this rainy Sunday afternoon. The clock ticks on, rain and minutes in a marathon. Oh yeah. Wheels in the rain, but the wheels just roll past again. I'm left here hoping, barely coping, hoping you'll come home to me.
Please welcome David Sardinha and the stage of
Sunrise at last, all morning. The cloud burst doesn't last all day. See, my love is up and left you with no warning. It's not always gonna be this great. All things must pass. All things pass away. The sunset doesn't last. After all this, my love is up and must be leaving. It's not always gonna be this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. All things must pass. None of life's streams can last. So I must be on the way to face another day. Now the darkness only stays at nighttime. In the morning it will fade away. Daylight is good at arriving at the right time. It's not always gonna be this great. All things must pass. All things pass away. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles are turning to their faces. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it goes. Little darling, I feel the ice is slowly melting. Little darling,
Dan Perry to Sandywoods.
Am I in a dream? Can this really be so beautiful? I am not in a dream. In a dream. Can my heart really soar higher than the mountains into the endless black sky, soaring higher upon wings of truth and love, soaring high above. Our love does draw me higher outside myself, soaring higher than the mountains, to a place where love's true shines like 10,000 suns of flame holding fire. Am I in a dream? Can my heart really soar higher than the mountains into the sparkling night sky, soaring higher upon wings of truth and love, soaring high above. Our love does draw me higher outside myself, soaring higher than the mountains, to a place where the truth shines like 10,000 suns of flaming holy fire. Ooh. Is there no truth? Is there no man to dig this well, to plow this land? Love, love. I've seen it's true, even though once love. I've seen it's so. If you look into her soul, you see the street, beside your breast on the ground, these stories. Try it again. You sit in your, oh here it is. You're out in the rain, without a cause, sit in the street beside your dress on the ground. Your lovers are gone, and not a few. I've seen them naked, but none like you. Love, love. Your lovers are gone, and not a few. I've seen them naked, but none like you.
Please welcome Jon Dember from Sandywoods Center.
She went down last October in a pouring, driving rain. The skipper, he'd been drinking, and the mate, he felt no pain. Too close to 3 Mile Rock, and she was dealt her mortal blow, and the Mary Ellen Carter settled low. There were just us 5 aboard her when she finally was awash. We worked like hell to save her, all heedless of the cost. But the groan she gave as she went down caused her to proclaim that the Mary Ellen Carter would rise again. Well, the owners wrote her off, not a nickel would they spend. She gave 20 years of service, boys, then met her sorry end. But insurance paid the loss to us, so let her rest below. Then they laughed at us and said we had to go. But we talked to her all winter, some days around the clock. She's worth $250,000 floating at the dock. And with every jar that hit the bar, we swore we would remain and make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. Though your heart it be broken and life about to end, no matter what you cost, be it a home, a love, or friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. All spring now we've been with her on a barge lent by a friend. 3 dives a day in hardhack suit, twice I've had the bends. Thank God it's only 60 feet and the currents here are slow, or I'd never have the strength to go below. But we patched her vents, stopped her ends, dug hole and portals down, put cables to her fore and aft, girded her around. Tomorrow noon we hit the air and then take up the strain and make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. That her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. And those who loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Though you couldn't leave her there, you see, to crumble into scale. She saved our lives so many times, living through the gales, and the drunken laughing rats who left her to a sorry grave, they won't be laughing in another day. And you, to whom adversity has dealt the final blow, with smiling bastards lying to you everywhere you go, turn to and put out all your strength of arm and love and brain, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. Though your heart it be broken or life about to end, no matter what you've lost, be it a home, a love, or friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. Though your heart it be broken or life about to end. No matter what you've lost, be it a home, a love, or friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter, rise again. I didn't mention that that song has some interesting footnotes to it that you might be, I'll just take a second to mention them, you might be interested in. As I said, Stan Rogers was an up-and-coming songwriter. That song was from about 1979. And so it was just a story he made up. He was familiar with maritime shipping. But within about 4 years, there was a real shipwreck off the coast of Virginia. And the boat was called the Marine Electric, I believe. And it went off, it went down in the winter. And only 3 or 4 of the 34-man crew survived. And the first mate was one of those survivors, and he survived by hanging on to a piece of wreckage for 3 hours before the Coast Guard picked him up. And he later testimony, he mentioned that the only thing that kept him going and succumbing to hypothermia was remembering the chorus of that song, believe it or not. Because the song was not only popular in folk circles, it was popular in the maritime shipping industry because of what it was about. So there's an example of a song that actually helped save somebody's life. So, and by the way, that ship that did go down, called the Marine Electric, was carrying coal en route to the Somerset, the Brayton Point power plant here. So, amazing. So. Speaking of cold, I'm going to do something extremely inappropriate right now. It's okay. It can be shown on television.
Thanks for the warning.
A little warning there. So we're going to keep our clothing on, but inappropriate in the sense that here we are a couple weeks away from the beginning of summer, and this song is about the middle of winter. So why didn't I sing it in the middle of the winter? Because I hadn't learned it yet. So all right. Another song. Whoa. What happened there? Is it my voice? 1, 2, 3. Ooh. It should work out. Okay. I'll stay away. Okay. So this is by the late great Bill Morrissey, and it was everybody here has the songs they wish they had written themselves that they perform anyway. This is the one I wish I'd written myself. So this is probably one of his masterpieces. So. They sat at each end of the couch, watched as the fire burned down, so quiet on this winter's night, not a house light on for miles around. And he said, I think I'll fill the stove, it's getting time for bed. She looked up, I think I'll have some wine, how about you, she said, and he declined. Then she said, Warren, maybe, just for tonight, let's fill the stove with birches and watch as the fire burns bright. How long has it been? It's been quite a while. Pour yourself half a glass and stay with me a little while. And Warren, he shook his head as if she'd made some kind of joke. Birches on a winter's night. No, we'll fill the stove with oak. Oak will burn as long and hot as a July afternoon. Birch will burn itself out by the rising of the moon. And you hate a cold house, same as me. Am I right or not? All right, that's true, she said. It was just a thought. Then she said, Warren, you do look tired. Maybe you should go up to bed. I'll take care of the wood tonight. Oak, he told her. Oak, she said. listened to his footsteps as he climbed up the stairs. Then she put a sweater on her and set the wine glass on a chair. She went down cellar to the wood box. It was cold as an ice chest. Then came back up with 4 logs, each as white as a wedding dress. And she filled the stove, poured the wine, and she sat down on the floor. She curled her legs beneath her as the fire sprang to life once more, and it filled the room with its hungry light, and it cracked as it drew air, and the shadows danced a jittery waltz like no one else was there. Then she stood up in the heat, and she twirled around the room, and the shadows, they saw nothing but a young girl on her honeymoon. And she knew the time, it would be short, soon the fire would start to fade. She thought of heat, she thought of time, she called it an even trade.
Please welcome Christian and Jim to Sandywoods stage.
I had a chicken that laid no eggs. I had a chicken that laid no eggs. And then a rooster came onto the farm and took my chicken behind the barn. Now we have eggs now, dozens of eggs now, since that rooster came onto the farm. We have eggs now, dozens of eggs now, since that rooster came onto the farm. I have a cow that gave no milk. I have a cow that gave no milk. And then that rooster came onto the farm and took my cow, you know where, behind the barn. Now we have eggnog, gallons of eggnog, since that rooster came onto the farm. We have eggnog, gallons of eggnog, since that rooster came onto the farm. Now I have a dog that would not bark. I have a dog that would not bark. And then that rooster came onto the farm and took my dog behind the barn. I have a bird dog, a barking bird dog, since that rooster came onto the farm. Have a bird dog, a barking bird dog, since that rooster came onto the farm. Now I have a sow that gave no piglets. I have a sow that gave no piglets. And then that rooster came onto into flowers or getting big expensive gifts. She says she don't like jewelry. She doesn't need another dress. If you wanna show how much you adore her, the best way that I found is to make sure when you're finished, you put that toilet seat down. We've been to counseling to try to see ways to improve this thing between us, and different ways to show I love you. Well, forget about let's get away vacation in romantic coastal town. If you wanna say I love you, then put the toilet seat down. 'Cause in the middle of the night, and it's cold and it's dark, when I hear my name in vain, oh shit, I know I didn't do my part. I just try to be supportive, and the best way that I found is with loving hands and gentle touch. I put that toilet seat down. Yes, with loving hands and gentle touch, I put that toilet seat down.
Would you please all welcome Rodney Daigle to the Sandywoods stage. please welcome Cam and Melissa to the Sandywoods stage, everybody.
She's the reason that I'm leaving, reason that I'm gone. Spends her whole life teasing, she's teasing. She's the reason I'm singing this song. Worse to him than me. Now I'm on my way. When I see her smiling back at me, I know that I'm okay. You need a man to love her. Need a man to love. Though I place the world around her, though she fit me like a glove. Now I'm free, she's worse to him than me. Now I'm on my way. When I see her smiling back at me, I know that I'm okay. She's the reason that I'm leaving, the reason that I'm gone. Spends her whole life teasing, she's teasing. The reason I'm singing this song.